Howdy guys, this is Danny with Danny Aquatics. I had one of my comments from one of the subscribers was asking me to do a video on the sumps, my DIY sumps, and they're fairly very simple. And on both of my DIY and the 450 gallon aquarium, the only one that's a little different is a 330 gallon aquarium. That one there I'm using two plastic, I believe they're 25 gallon or 30 gallon drums, and that's the only difference of those. These here in this aquarium, since it was narrower, I had to use the 17, I think they're 17 gallon totes. You can get these like at Lowe's or Walmart, and all it is my first primary tote where the bucket is at. I have my two 2-inch lines coming in from around the back side here, and I have it set up with two unions there, and it comes through the wall. I have two caps on top with a little breather. It's got a hole drilled into the top, probably about a 1/8 inch hole on each one. And on the inside, I have what they call Stockman overflows on both of these tanks. I have two. It's actually a 3-inch to 4-inch reducer, and it's drilled out. I'll have some pictures posted on here so you can see a better picture of it. But from there, you determine the water level with those Stockman overflows, and it's depending on how high you make them and wherever you drill the holes through the wall there, it's where your water level is going to be at. It's not going to go no higher than that because it's going to drain out. So from there, I have it set up. It comes into a 5-gallon bucket, and this bucket has, I would say, around at least 5 or 8 pounds of lava rock at the bottom, and then I have about 5 inches of sponge, 1-inch sponge. So there's like five layers of that in there. And all I did, I cut the front side to make it a weir, so when if it overflows, it'll pour out of there. And then all I did was just have the lid where it's just stationary with 2 holes in it. And I usually keep some, you can see right there where the water's coming out, it's actually filter floss, about a 1-inch layer of filter floss. And then from there it goes down to the sponges and through the lava rock. And this area here, let me move this lid here a little bit. And as you can see in there's a lot of buildup, but it's probably about time for me to clean a lot of this out. But you're talking about a lot of beneficial bacteria that's in here, because this tank stays spotless. And you have the lava rock down there, and some of that stuff I'll probably be able to just vacuum out next time I do a water change, because I have not done any cleaning on this sump in a matter of probably almost 2 years. So, but it does really good. And then on this tote, you have a I think it's a 10,000. What brand is that one? But there's some lava rock here in the front. You have two 2-inch ports coming, feeding this tote here. One, the primary one is the bottom one, and the secondary one is just in case the bottom one fails. Let me look. I'll have a picture of the pump on here. Okay, the pump is a Jabos 10,000, if I remember right, and that's all that's in this container here. The water level stays about, if you can tell there, about, I would say 2.5 inches from the fitting, the water level above where the PVC pipe's at. And that's it. And the water returns back in a 1-inch line coming out in a split here with 2 3/4-inch reducers. And that's it. And like I said, this tank stays really, really nice all the time. So other than that, guys, there's a few other videos that are posted on my YouTube channels that kind of have some more detail of this, but it's very simple. Water coming in, water going out, and running through water and filter and some sponges. And like I said, this is 17 for this this aquarium. This is a 275-gallon aquarium. The 550-gallon aquarium, I was trying to use these totes also on this opposite side, but they're too large. These are 27-gallon totes, and there's 2 of these, one there, and it hooks up with 2-inch lines with those adapters there, the bulkheads, into another 27, and this one is identical to the 17 on the 275. And all it is just water coming in and water going out. And you can tell the difference in this one because the 5-gallon bucket is pretty low in there. So, and on this one here, I have a polishing filter. I used to have this set up here, this 2 1-inch lines coming in and then coming out of the tote. All it is the Jabo's pump that sits in here. I think it's a 6500 pump for the filter. It started leaking. I used to have it on the outside, just sitting on the concrete. So I rerouted it where it sets inside the sump, so it doesn't really hurt it any, because if it does leak a little bit, it leaks into its own water, so it's not really hurting anything. But that filtering system, I have that set up on this tank and the 330-gallon tank, and I believe there's one on the inside. And all it is just a whole house filtering system. I think these are the 5-inch. And it's filled with filter floss, and it's just filtering water out of that port here. I had built that there, set up for draining the tank, but I decided just to use it to draw water and feed it into the filter, and then send it back up to the tank. And all it does is just cycle the water. And it makes a big difference in this tank. It really keeps this tank super clean, having that filter. And that filter gets changed out about once every 3 months. We change the filter floss in that, and that's about it. And you can see I had a little mouse in here, but he got caught on another trap. I have a trap there set up. I need to put it up because there's no more mice in here. Well, there was just one in here. I don't know how he got in here, but I had put 2 little traps out. The next morning he was caught on the other trap, and that one there just stayed there. That one's been there for about 3 months. I need to get rid of it. Alrighty, guys, that's just a quick span on the sumps and the way they're set up. This one here also, the 550, is set up also with 2 overflows, the Stockman overflows. And if I can, I'll probably link a video on how that's put together. I had got this idea from another YouTuber, and I'll give him credit for that, because he's the one that really inspired me to put those in these 2 aquariums. So that's about it for today, guys. We did water changes and everything on these tanks yesterday, and everybody's just doing lovely. And these guys are just gorgeous. But to that subscriber. It's fairly simple. It's just a no-brainer. Just put two totes together, link them together with some bulkheads, run water from the tank into the first primary tote, and then pump it out back to your aquarium, and then just it'll cycle back and forth. So, and the control of this is going to be, like I said, it's going to be your level where the water's coming in into your from your tank down to your sump. So, and that's about it, guys. Y'all have a wonderful and a blessed day, and we'll see y'all in another video. Y'all take care. All right, bye. This is Danny with Danny Aquatics. Hope y'all are having a wonderful day, guys. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all on the next video. Take care. Bye-bye.